I finally want to go ahead and talk about my experiences as a child. Most of you know that I was in foster care, but some of you don't know why. So I want to go back as far as I can. My family is from Chicago. We moved here when my mom was about 8 months. She was still with my dad, and she had me in August. So then on, I remember when I was 5 years old, and we were at my grandmother's house off of 30th Street, and I want to say it's at Ruckle. And all of a sudden, I remember about five guys. She had this big kind of blue house. Five guys breaking the windows, trying to get to someone. My father and whoever else, I don't know, but I could just speak on my father. All I remember after that, after they broke into the house, my grandmother dragged me and my sister upstairs, and I remember looking out the window and seeing ambulance, and someone telling me that my dad's head is busted. He turned out to be fine because he's still alive to this day. And then let's fast forward to the age of 7, the day I'll never forget. I remember being at school, and a social worker came to pick my sister and I up. And I remember we used to go to school. I remember going to school with my shoes basically talking. We didn't have much, and we lived in Williamsburg East. I did remember my mom being gone all the time. I just didn't know why. I remember a social worker coming to pick us up, and the moment she told us that we were going to a group home and that we were being taken away from my mom, it all settled in and hit me. Remind you, I'm 7 years old. I remember this day. And ever since then, my life was changed forever. I then remember going into my first foster home. And we lived out in the country, and it was me and my sister in this foster home. I remember my sister going to school and me getting in trouble for some reason. I think I began to play with this vacuum that was their son's, and my punishment, she fed me fish food. She held me down and fed me fish food. Remind you, I'm 7 years old. So this is my first experience in a foster home. Then we had visitations with my mom at the Children's Bureau. And I remember her looking at my hands, and they were literally peeling. And that's when they found out the lady was feeding me fish food as a punishment.